What's up, everyone?
We're the Happy Fits.
And these are our Marquee memories.
I had just graduated high school and I'd never been to a music festival before. And it was my first time ever seeing The Killers, which was my favorite band of all time. We got there like 5 p.m. and then it just started to downpour. And of course, I only brought flip-flops, short shorts, and a tank top. So I stood in the rain for like 3 hours watching like the ground beneath me just turn into like sludge. And then The Killers came out and they started with Mr. Brightside. And it was probably the most epic moment of my life. I would say The Killers are like top influence for me. Such beautiful melodies, and it's something I strive to do as a songwriter, is to just, create that earwormy hook that won't leave you alone.
We were lucky enough that one of our first tours ever, we toured with this band, Deal Casino. They're a little older than us, so it was a little intimidating, just because they were really cool. But yeah, we got to really get along and know them super well. They definitely taught us a lot, I think, about live performance. And so seeing these guys who had played hundreds of shows before that, you really got to see what it was like feeling comfortable on stage. Chris, the drummer, was such an inspiration to me as a drummer. So watching him and John and both Joes just absolutely annihilate the set every time, no matter how many people were there, was really cool. They always made you happy.
This was in 2015. I was a junior in high school, and they were playing the smallest stage on Firefly. They just put on one of the coolest performances I've ever seen. The lead singer jumped out into the crowd, and he walked all the way through the crowd right up to us, and then we all got in a circle around him, and he did this whole cover. Their performance just exceeded my expectation. Fast forward to 2021, when we got on that Firefly lineup, I brought my mother with me. And my mother's favorite band is also Glass Animals. And I got to take my mother up to the top of the stage. There's a rafter that's just for artists, and we got to watch them from on top of the stage. They played the main stage to about, 20,000 people, and it was probably the loudest crowd I've ever heard in my life.
Also, a funny story about that festival was we were with your mom, me and Luke, and then I look 5 feet to his right is the lead singer from Glass Animals talking with Diplo.
Yeah, we ended up taking a picture with the lead singer of Glass Animals, and Ross wasn't there.
I was hanging out with my brother. No one texted me.
No one texted.
I'm never gonna let that one go.
Thanks for listening to our Marquee Memories, and make sure to catch us on tour to make some of your own.